Welcome to yoga. This is a basic yoga class. It focuses on principles of healthy alignment. So come out of the world into your body. And one of the principles is you always ground down your foundation, whatever's on the floor. So we could begin by pulling any flesh out. And I'll show you something. If you sit with your knees higher than your hips, your spine is rounded. But as soon, like I'm going to sit on 2 blankets, I'm going to put my sit bones on 2 blankets. And I don't know if you can tell, but if you press your sit bones into the floor, like press down your foundation, you can rise up and your spine is straight. And that's why yoga is so healing, is because you're making space in your body and sending oxygen into the space you created. So everything I say is a suggestion, not a command. You listen to your body. I'm just a guide on this journey of self-exploration. So you inhale through your nose into your diaphragm, lungs, upper chest. Exhale, diaphragm, lungs, upper chest. Pause, get out all the waste before you inhale again. So inhale. If it makes it easier, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale. And feel your lungs expand from the sides and the back. Exhale. Release toxins. So let go of all your responsibilities. This hour is just for you. Don't judge. Don't compare. Just be curious. You're just exploring your body. You know, yoga is about 5,000 years old, but the poses are only about 150. They really thought of the poses so you could sit and meditate for a long time without being in pain. And I can tell you, this stuff really works. I've had back pain, knee pain. I did have a hip replacement, but I can tell you now, I am pain-free. Okay, so we're going to begin on our hands and knees. And you make your fingers wide, like whatever's your foundation. Really press into the mat. And we'll do some cat-cow. So you inhale, lift your chest, stick out your butt. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone under, push the mat away with your hands. So do that a few times. Inhale, lift your chest, stick out your butt. You can even and exhale. So feel your breath and its healing oxygen flow through your spine and all the nerve endings connected to it. Come to a neutral spine, which means pull your navel into your spine a little bit and stretch out your right leg. Look at a spot on the mat and stretch out your left arm and breathe. Every pose we set our gaze. You're drishti, so you're looking at a spot on the mat. Then stretch your left leg out, right arm, pinky toe down. That makes your hips level. You always want your hips level, not compressing one side. Come to center. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips, and come into down dog. Come onto your tippy toes, bend your knees a lot. Isometrically press your hands forward to bring your hips on back. Get length in your spine. So you're always looking for opposing forces, like press your hands forward to bring your hips back. Your heels never have to touch, but get that stretch. Stretch your toes forward and your heels back. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Bring your right knee into your chest and come into a lunge. Spin your back foot parallel to the back of the mat. I'm going to turn around. So, your right heel should line up with the arch of your left foot. Walk your hands out to the left corner of your mat. Press your hands forward to bring your hips back. Walk your hands back, and I like a block on the outside of my right leg. So this is Warrior 2. And like I said, always find opposing forces. Press so much on the outside of your left foot that you could bend your right knee more. And you tuck this right butt cheek under and outer spiral your right thigh. And you come to Warrior 2. And you're looking at your right middle finger. So your feet are really grounded. Inhale your right arm up and your left arm down for reverse warrior. Ground your feet down. Use your arms to come into side angle, Parsva Konasana. So you could push your right leg away with your right arm, or you can find a block or book on the outside of your right leg. I like props because if I try to touch the floor, I compress my organs. And yoga is so healing because you're making space in your body. So you don't want to compress. Ground your feet down. Come on up. Straighten your right leg and reach forward. Reach, reach, reach. And bring your right arm down, left arm up for triangle. And you're pressing on the four corners of your feet. Cartwheel your hands down to a lunge. Bring your right leg back to high plank. So you press your heels back. If high plank is too much, you can drop your knees. Exhale, come forward, squeeze your rib cage with your elbows, and come to the floor. Flatten your feet, press all 10 toes into the mat. Isometrically drag your hands back towards your hips to propel your chest forward for a cobra. Exhale down, tuck your toes under, press your hands into the mat. You could come to your knees or high plank, down dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Bring your left knee into your chest and come into your lunge. Spin your right foot parallel to the back of the mat. I'm going to turn around. Walk your hands out to the left. No, I'm sorry. To the right corner of the mat. Walk them out. Isometrically press your hands forward to bring your hips back. Breathe. And you're just noticing where you're tight. Say, good morning, hips. I love you. I don't want to replace you. Press so much on the outside of your right foot that you could open up your left hip more. Tailbone down. Outer spiral your left thigh. And you're looking at your left middle finger. Inhale your left arm up, right arm down. Ground your feet down. Use your arms to come into Parsvakonasana, side angle. Ground your feet down. Come back to Warrior Two. Straighten your left leg. Reach forward as much as you can. Bring your left arm down, right arm up. So you press so much into the four corners of your left foot that you could feel your kneecap lift. Cartwheel your hands down to the floor. Come to your lunge. Bring your left leg back. Come forward on to your tippy toes. Exhale. Flatten your feet. Inhale up. Exhale down. Press your hands into the mat. Take child's pose. Child's pose is a delicious resting pose. So take it whenever you need it. Walk your hands out, walk your hands out. Isometrically press your hands forward to bring your hips onto your heels. So take child's pose whenever you need to come back to your breath. You don't need an instructor to tell you to take child's pose. Asana means pose in Sanskrit, so we call this thank God asana. Walk your hands out to the right. Walk them out as far as you can. Bring your left hip back. Walk your hands to center and walk your hands out to the left as far as you can. Bring your right hip back. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands to center. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips for down dog. Look at your hands and walk 1 foot forward. Push off the back to meet the front. Inhale. Bring your hands to your shins. Inner spiral your thighs. Press your hips back. Exhale, fold. Do that again. Bring your hands to your shins for a halfway lift. Press your hips back and your sternum forward. Exhale, fold. Press your feet into the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. Lift your arms, come to mountain. Welcome, greet the day. Okay, find a book or a block, something to squeeze. Okay, if you don't have anything, that's okay too. I'm going to show you healthy alignment. Okay, so fold forward and hold the sides of your calf muscles. Lift your toes and press into the ball mound of your big toe. Really press down. Ball mound of your pinky toe, inner heel, outer heel. Really press down. If you hold the sides of your legs, you'll feel your calf muscles engaged. Lower your toes, relax them, and you've lost your muscular engagement. So play with that. Lift your toes, muscles. Lower your toes, and you lost it. Okay, so come on up. Squeeze the block. Those are your adductor muscles. And wake them up. Okay, so you're going to press into the four corners of your feet. Inner spiral your thighs, and send the block back. Turn the block, press it forward. This is called outer spiral, where your thighs go out. So play with that in your pelvis. Squeeze the block, send it back, inner spiral, outer spiral. Okay, so proper alignments is inner spiral, send the block back, and then a little bit outer spiral. Okay, when you do that, your leg muscles are engaged. And yoga is 50% strength and 50% flexibility. So, you know, you want both. So you ground your feet down. Then your tailbone down. Imagine a loop where you pull your perineal floor up a little bit, navel in and up a little bit, not so tight you can't breathe. It's most important to expand your lungs. So find that place in your body where you could pull your navel in a little bit, but most important, expand your lungs. Then lift your shoulders, bring them back, down. And the last thing is, bring the sides of your throat back. It's the opposite of compressing your organs. And your head is heavier the more forward it is. And we're always texting or on the computer, so all day long, open up your heart and lung space. That's the real purpose of yoga. So you come to mountain, and you should stand like this all day. If it's different than you usually stand, yoga is about breaking up habits. So pick up a new habit. I don't want to see you like this. Okay, don't be compressing one side. Okay, so, and the other thing is, find mountain pose, this alignment, in every yoga pose. Shoulders back, tailbone down. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this works. Press all four corners of your feet into the mat. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your arms, pinky fingers in. That'll help straighten your arms. Hold your left wrist. So ground your feet down. Inhale, lift. Exhale to your right. You might be going in the opposite direction, but go to your right. Look under your left shoulder. Press your left foot down. Breathe. Inhale up. Hold your right wrist. Ground your feet down. Inhale. Exhale to your left. Press your right foot down. Ground your feet down. Come on up. Come to cactus arms. Probably in Ohio, they're goalposts. In Arizona, they're cactus. Okay, so press your feet down. Inhale, lift your chest. We're going to come into a back bend. So press your feet down. Inhale, lift your sternum. Make your shoulder blades kiss. So you could not open up this much if you weren't grounding your foundation into the floor. And slowly come up. Okay, so we've just done the standing portion of our yoga class. You've grounded, you've built strength in your legs, and opened up your hips. Now we're going to balance, okay? So have a sense of humor, okay? We're going to come into tree. And remember those principles of alignment. Press into the four corners of your right foot. Inner spiral your right thigh, outer spine. So you could see or feel that your right leg is engaged. So find a place where you could stay. You could use a wall. You could press your left foot into your ankle, your calf, anywhere but your knee. So tailbone down, look at a spot, lift your chest. Your roots ground down, your branches reach up, be of heaven and earth. And come to center. Good job. Okay, using a wall is perfect because it stays in your muscle memory. Okay, now we're going to come on to our left foot. Find the four corners of your left foot, inner spiral your left thigh, and then outer spine. And find a place where you could stay. Tailbone down, look at a spot. And if you fall, you just start again. And breathe. You press your right leg into your left foot, or your right foot into your left leg, and your left leg into your right foot. And come to center. Okay, so that's balancing. Now we're going to come on to our stomachs for some back bend. So inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. And come to high plank. Exhale, lower. You probably can't. How's this? Okay. I don't have a cameraman. Okay. Okay. So lift your right leg, turn it in, stretch it out, lower. Lift your left leg, turn it out, turn it in. I apologize, turn it in and lower. Big toes touching. Press all 10 toes into the mat. Press your hips down. Pull your navel in and up. Lift your chest. Press your hips down. Inhale. Lift your chest. Breathe. Exhale, lower down. Turn your cheek to one side. Again, this time you could lift your legs or not. Press your hips into the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. Lift your legs. Press your hips down. Inhale, lift your chest. Lift your legs. Breathe. This is hard, but you want to build back muscles. You want your muscles to hold you. Take weight off your spine. Exhale, turn your cheek to the other side. Press your hands into the mat and walk your knees forward. We're going to come onto our backs for bridge. This is the back bending part of the class. So bring your feet close to your hips, bend your elbows so your fingers face the ceiling. Press the back of your arms into the mat so much your chest opens and lifts. Bring your hands down. Press your feet into the mat. Tuck your tailbone under. Lift your hips. Breathe. Relax your jaw. Press your feet down. Lift your hips. Press your feet down. Lift your hips. Stretch your thighs.